I think it's crazy to me that this team, this Houston Rockets team, is not getting the media coverage it deserves. And I'm not talking about the negativity media coverage. I'm talking about the coverage of the way this roster looks, the way this team has a promising future. And I'm talking about right now. To me, the playoffs in the West, besides the Lakers are the best team in the West. No question about that. I don't think that's really up for debate. But to me, the rest of the West is open. It's wide open. The Rockets hasn't lost a step when I'm talking about losing Russell Westbrook and losing Dan Antonio. You think the coach, you thinking the team is not going to be back in shape and back right, but to me the team is even better than ever. When you really sit back and analyze and look at this team from the starting lineup to the bench, we're talking John Wall, James Harden, Eric Gordon, PJ Tucker back at the 4 position. And I know PJ Tucker can play the 5, but to me, that small ball, it don't work all the time, especially when you go against a team like the Lakers. Look what AD and Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee was doing. They was taking advantage. PJ Tucker's just too small. Now, mind you, I like his defensive prowess. I know he can play that 4, he can play the 5. But anyway, the 4 is a much better fit for him. Even the 3 is a much better fit for him. DeMarcus Cousins now. You got DeMarcus Cousins back at the 5. Now, going forward, all we really worrying about is health with this team. It's just health. It's that simple. If Cousins is healthy throughout this season and John Wall is on point, it's a problem. You have a big problem in the West. Daniel House coming off the bench. Kristen Wood. Look, Kristen Wood is a solid big man. We're talking about old school too. Back to the basket. He's 40% from the 3-point line. Like, you can either start Kristen Wood, and I think they're going to start him, or they might start Cousins. Either way, I wouldn't even be mad whether you started Christian or Cousins. I think you're good both ways. James Harden is a playmaker. James Harden is a go-to guy, and it's time for him to really show up now with this team. I don't think there's no more excuses. I don't want to give them no more excuses. I don't want to say John Wall is older now. He don't got that same explosion. You crazy? John Wall first step and his speed is still there. John Wall's strength is still there. John Wall is solid right now. Like I said, injuries are the only thing that can hold this team back. I really see a bright future for this team. Cousins is still playing like a promising big man in this league. He's still one of the best back-to-the-back centers that we have in this league. He can stretch the floor, hitting that 3-point shot, hitting that mid-range shot. He's still aggressive, by the way. Don't get it twisted. He's still aggressive. And they just signed Gerald Green back. Gerald Green has had a great history with the Houston Rockets. A great history. Ben McLemore. I mean, they lost the point guard, Duke Clemens, I think, with an Achilles injury. So Jerry Grant's probably going to have to play a lot more point guard. It's going to be a lot more. But at the same time, when you got John Wall and James Harden, you don't got to worry about the ball being moved and the ball being put in the right position. What we want to see less of now is those Harden step backs, those Harden gimmicky shots. Now, come on. I know James Harden's a scorer. I know he's big time. He's prime time. And I know you got to let people play their game. But at the same time, James Harden, let's be about business. Let's cut all the antics out this year. Let's cut out all the gimmicks. Let's just go straight to basketball and giving people buckets. Let's say this guy can't stop me. This guy can't guard me. Pretty much like that. Because there's not a lot of people that can stay in front of James Harden without following him. Let's just call a spade a spade. So now when you incorporate that with John Wall, and it's looking like his jump shot is getting there. It's looking like John Wall has been putting in time with that jump shot. I mean, when you've been sitting out hurt for all that long, it's good to go to the gym and put up some shots. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. John Wall, the speed is still there. He's coming down splashing mid-range. He's coming down splashing 3-pointers. Cousins is setting those screens. I mean, like, this team has promising future for the playoffs. I'm really scared for the Western Conference. And I hope people are not sleeping on this team because it's going to be a problem. It's just that simple. It's going to be a problem. There's not much you can do when you have a healthy John Wall, a healthy James Harden, a healthy DeMarcus Cousins out there on the floor. You got so much IQ out there. You got so much skill, so much veteran presence that all you got to do is fill in the blanks. That's basically it. You filling in the blanks. That's where the PJ Tuckers come in. That's where the Gerald Greens, the Ben McLemores, the Kristen Woods of the world come in. This team is solid. This is not even just a 2K team. This is bigger than 2K. This is a championship potential team. It's about time that we stop letting James Harden off the hook. Let's stop doing that. Let's hold him accountable because this team is promising. I love it. I love it. I love the way John Wall is out there commanding the team. The team likes him. He likes the team. He's happy out there. I think the trade went well for both teams. Russell Westbrook and the Wizards and James Harden and the Rockets. I think it went well for both teams. Look at the picture. Look at the bigger picture. Russell's happy out there.